can you talk about what were you supposed to do in Star Wars and what happened? Because that's got to be a very tough franchise.
In Solo.
In Solo, yes.
Mm-hmm. Well, the character's name was Dryden Vox, and he was half mountain lion, half human. He was extremely sophisticated, very rich. He had been around the world, older guy, and he was and I think it was sort of a love triangle between Amelia Clark's character Kira and the young Han Solo. Not where it was overtly a love triangle,
Sure.
but there was definitely some a pissing contest going on for the girl's attention,
Sure.
right? And he's older and one is younger, so it was that thing also going on. Like young buck, I've been around the world. He's like, yeah, but the young buck, the young chick wants the young buck. You know what I'm saying? So it was a little bit of that energy going on, but the relationship of what was on the paper was definitely with Kira and Han Solo, but it was definitely there's some energy going on between my character.
It was in the air.
It was in the air,
Yeah.
right? So we shot that, man, and then I rapped, and then I went on to Africa to shoot Red Sea Diving Resort, with Chris Evans and the whole gang out there, and then I get the phone call that 80% into the movie is only 20% left to shoot in the movie. Lucasfilms and the directors, the brothers who directed the infamous Legos movies, they didn't see eye to eye anymore and they were fired. So they brought in Ron Howard, and they said, "Look, we want to. Can you steer the ship back in this direction, right? And how long would it take for you to do that?" He says, "Give me a few days to assess the damages, and I'll get back to you." When he got back, in regards to Michael K. Williams' character, if you want me to save it, we're gonna have to reshoot it in its entirety.
Oh, wow. Was it because they wanted to change certain elements of how you were?
Yeah, I'm guessing. It was different. It was it was definitely a difference in direction. In direction, the brothers from Legos film. I think they were taking the franchise in a different direction, and it was not working for Lucasfilms. So when it was about the end of the day with creative differences. So at the end of the day, they were asked to leave, and Ron Hart was brought in to steer it back a little in the opposite direction, more along the lines for Lucasfilms, and that's where the issue came in of my character needing to be reshot. I was just already on another job.
You were doing something else, yeah.
Yeah, and so they said, well, we want to keep the release date the same and reshoot it. What would that take? We need to get him right back right now, and that wasn't going to happen.
Did you beg the company, the production you were doing, like, look, it's a Star Wars franchise, let me, or did you just realize you couldn't?
There are certain things that I've been in Hollywood enough to know anything could happen, right? And I've seen a lot of crazy shit. That was one for the textbooks. That was just so out of left field. There's just some things, Jim, you just got to say, you know what? It's out of my hands. It's out of my hands. That is like a freak accident. What are the odds that shit happened, right? So I accepted that I was exactly where I was supposed to be. I was in Africa, and I just wasn't gonna do that. It just didn't make sense. It wouldn't have made us a difference anyway. We were already that day. I was contracted. I was there, right? That wasn't going to happen, and I just let it go.
Yeah, I guess you have to, but that's still it's frustrating to have to pass up work, but you're passing it up for other work.
Yeah.
So
we call that rich people problems in the world.
Yeah.